We offer top-of-the-line international tax services to both individuals and businesses. Most of our clients are referred to us by other accounting and law firms that may have excellent domestic tax experts, but not necessarily any international tax experts. We do everything from tax return preparation to international tax planning for both U.S. inbound as well as U.S. outbound businesses. Also, with the IRS's increasing focus on international enforcement, a large and growing part of our practice over the last few years has been the representation of taxpayers in the IRS's offshore voluntary disclosure programs. The IRS's various international amnesty channels are designed for taxpayers with previously undisclosed foreign income or assets. In our experience, in the vast majority of cases, taxpayers don't intentionally omit these items from their tax returns, although we've certainly resolved cases where taxpayers intentionally broke the law as well. However, in a typical situation, believe it or not, it is typically the taxpayer's previous accountants or their lawyers who are unaware of the tax ramifications of these items. Unfortunately, when this happens, the taxpayers are potentially subject to very severe international tax and FBAR penalties. Luckily, however, the IRS's offshore voluntary disclosure programs allow taxpayers to come forward and disclose their assets in exchange for significantly reduced penalties and a promise that the IRS will not criminally prosecute them. Currently, the IRS is administering several different amnesty channels, each with very different eligibility requirements and vastly different costs, risks, and benefits. Qualification for these programs depends on each particular case's facts and circumstances. No two cases are exactly alike. One taxpayer with a given set of facts may qualify for multiple programs, and on the other hand, another taxpayer with ever so slightly different facts may only qualify for a single program. We recommend handling this phase through either a tax advisory letter or a flowchart mapping out the possible outcomes. The point of mentioning this is that it is crucial for tax and legal advisors to fully evaluate their cases, because the recommended channel will ultimately drive the case towards very different destinations. Once the client has chosen an appropriate amnesty channel, you have to get down to the hard graft of actually preparing the case. This is where the taxpayer's representative needs to have a very strong handle on international tax law. Each IRS program has its own unique procedure, and in order to navigate the program effectively, you really need to know your beat. After working enough cases, one thing that we've realized is that it is always tricky for taxpayers to hire an appropriate representative to handle their case. While there are brilliant professionals out there, disturbingly enough, we've also seen cases that had just been botched by the representatives. And these were well-credentialed people who did this. These were CPAs, these were lawyers that had been to some of the best law schools in the country. Unfortunately, the clients got hit with tens of thousands of dollars in penalties in these cases. So we certainly have experience working these type of cleanup cases as well. One thing I can tell you is that if taxpayers are uncomfortable with their tax or legal advisor, there's usually a compelling reason for that. We're extremely skilled and thorough in making a strong case for our clients. We've built a reputation for being amongst the best in the industry, and we intend to keep things that way. We're attentive, confidential, and very reasonable in our pricing. If you have previously unreported foreign income or assets, contact us today.